Hi, this is Alex from devstories.eu. DeepEval Framework, Episode 17 of 18. You would never merge a pull request for traditional code without running your unit tests first. Yet, teens routinely deploy non-deterministic language models and just hope the new prompts still work. If you want to prevent bad model updates from breaking production, you need CI/CD and continuous evaluation. DeepEval treats language model evaluations exactly like standard software tests by integrating directly with Pytest. You define a test function, initialize your evaluation metrics, and assert that the metric passes. Evaluating a model on a single input is useless, so you need to validate changes against a large batch of approved baseline inputs and expected outputs. This is your golden dataset. To iterate through this dataset efficiently, you use the standard Pytest mark parameterized decorator. You load your dataset, extract the individual test cases, and pass them into the decorator. When the test suite runs, Pytest dynamically generates a separate test execution for every single item in your golden dataset. Here is the key insight. Because the framework integrates closely with Pytest, developers often assume they can just run standard Pytest commands in their terminal. Do not do this. If you execute Pytest directly against your evaluation files, you will run into unexpected errors related to asynchronous event loops and missing metric telemetry. You must always use the dedicated command line interface. The correct command is DeepEval test run, followed by your Python file name. This wrapper handles the complex asynchronous setup required by language models and ensures that all test results are captured and logged correctly. Integrating this command into your deployment pipeline gives you continuous evaluation. Consider a typical GitHub Actions setup. You configure the workflow to trigger whenever an engineer opens a pull request targeting the main branch. The action runner checks out the repository, sets up the Python environment, and executes DeepEval test run against your golden dataset script. The framework evaluates the newly modified code or prompt against every historical test case. If a developer alters a system prompt to make answers more concise, they might accidentally instruct the model to strip out mandatory compliance warnings. When the CI pipeline runs, the automated evaluation catches this missing context immediately. If the new logic causes your evaluation score to drop below your defined threshold on any test case, the assertion fails. The script returns a non-zero exit code, the GitHub action immediately turns red, and the pull request is blocked from merging. This strict gatekeeper acts as a Cathal iron gate, preventing regressions. It catches regressions automatically. You no longer have to manually spot check outputs or wait for users to complain that a new model swap broke a specific edge case. The pipeline proves mathematically whether the update is safe to deploy, entirely removing human subjectivity from the release process. Continuous evaluation means you stop treating prompt engineering like an operational gamble and start treating it like a predictable software release backed by hard data. Thanks for listening. Happy coding, everyone.